Hey everyone, I am here for my week 15 update. It is technically the beginning of week 16 today. It is January 30th, so I am 16 days or 16 weeks, 0 days today. But I'm going to talk to you about how my last week went. It went pretty well. Really not a lot has changed. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. The only thing is I do notice my stomach obviously changing, especially the shape. Not only is it more noticeable to me, but the shape of it kind of is changing. It's definitely low. My stomach seems like it's low. It's all under my belly button to me is where I seem to be getting that little baby bump coming on. So not a lot has changed. Still congested. I think that's going to stay with me though the entire pregnancy. Everyone I've talked to that has had it said that they were congested up until the day they delivered, and then it was like they could breathe again. So that's kind of sad because it's not cool to not be able to breathe. And when I wake up, I have just a pressure headache from laying down and not being able to breathe. It's all built up, and then as soon as I sit up, it starts to relieve itself, and then within a couple hours, I'm fine again. And you know, it'll get congested throughout the day. Like, it's actually noon right now. I've been up for like 5 hours. It's definitely still congested though, so it doesn't really ever go away. Some days are better than others. And then I've been having headaches still. I'll have a horrible migraine and then it will last. The migraine, I won't consider it a migraine anymore. I won't be nauseous or anything like that, but I will still have like that hangover headache is what they say after a migraine for 2 days afterwards. That happened to me yesterday I woke up with a migraine. So I kind of had the migraine all day yesterday, and so today I still have a headache. All last night I kept waking up because I have a headache, that sort of thing. Still increased urination. I'm sure that's going to continue. I feel like it just keeps getting worse though, because I guess my uterus pushing on my bladder, it definitely has been noticeable. If I drink too much water, like a full glass of water before I have to drive for 30 minutes, by the time I get there, I have got to go to the bathroom right now. So definitely increased urination for sure. No morning sickness. I guess I'm not gonna have morning sickness, so thank goodness for that. But I still have not had any morning sickness. No cravings really. I eat a lot. And I don't know. If you have been pregnant or are pregnant, tell me below. Do you like justify it in your mind? Like, I'm eating for 2, so it's okay that I eat a lot? I obviously try to be careful. I'm not going to just eat every single thing I'd possibly want to eat and eat unhealthy, but I do eat when I feel like I want to eat every 2 hours. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hungry, I will go get some fruit or some vegetables, usually are what I grab for, I don't know why, or crackers. I always want crackers in the middle of the night, so I will let myself do that though. But no specific cravings. I'll eat pretty much anything. And smells do not bother me. I think that's because I'm not sick at all. So, I did want to say that I have started applying this Palmer's cocoa butter massage cream for stretch marks. I've started applying this within the last week. So during week 15 is when I felt like I started to need to apply it. I feel like I notice my skin changing. Not necessarily stretch marks, but I feel like I'm starting to notice my stomach have a baby bump. So that's when I want to try to protect against stretch marks. And I know some people say if you're gonna get them, you're gonna get them, but I feel like if you drink plenty of water and you stay moisturized and you keep your skin moisturized, and you don't gain the weight really quickly, then I feel like you could possibly prevent them. And I'm hoping for that because I really just, would rather not have stretch marks. I think most people would rather not if they could. So I did start applying this. I apply it every night before bed. Just to my stomach, well, I'd say all around, because I've been noticing weight gain kind of on my sides too, that's your stomach area, but I rub it all around my abdomen region and my sides. So they say to apply it 2 to 3 times a day. I'll probably start applying it more often pretty soon, but right now I just apply it at night. But in the mornings, I do apply another body butter, just over the counter. well, this is over the counter, I don't know what that means. You can just go to the store and buy any body butter that you want, just a thick moisturizing cream. I do apply that in the mornings as well to keep that moisture, but it's not specifically made for stretch marks because this is kind of expensive. I think this was $9.99. I think it was like 10 bucks for this. And I feel like I need quite a bit to really massage into my stomach. And how I apply this is in circular motions. That's what it says to do on there. And I feel like that kind of helps as with applying it as well. So circular motions all over my stomach. It absorbs pretty quickly. It doesn't really, it has a cocoa butter smell to it, but I mean, I like cocoa butter, so that's fine with me. So let's see. Where did I put my weight? Okay, actually I didn't weigh myself today, but yesterday I was 118.2. So I forgot what I was in my last video. I think 116.6. I don't know where, I don't remember the exact day I wrote or I made my last video. I think it was 116.6 if I remember correctly. So a little under 2 pounds, like 1.5 pounds I gained in a week. And some people may feel like that's a lot, or some people may feel like that's not enough. I don't know, I feel like people have different views on it, but honestly, I was small before I got pregnant, so I am trying to gain, you know, a pound or so, 1.5 pounds each week to feel like I'm at a healthy weight for my body. Even not pregnant, this is a pretty healthy weight, you know, on the low end of healthy weights for my body, so I'm okay with gaining a pound to 2 pounds every week. Obviously, it's going to start to slow down. The first couple weeks, I gained 2 and 3 pounds a couple times there in a week, and it fluctuates. Like, for example, just a few days ago, I was still 116 even. So it fluctuates a couple pounds, but my last weight was 118.2. My waist does measure 1 inch more. That it was 33 for the longest time, but during week 15 it became 34 inches. So I have gained that inch in my stomach. And then as far as appointments, I have most people would go in around now at their 16 weeks, but I don't have my appointment till next week. So on my week 17, when I start week 17 is when I have my next appointment. But it's just a checkup. I won't find out the sex of the baby until week 20. So next week is when I go in for my week 17 checkup, and then I will find out when my next appointment is going to be, hopefully around week 20. I don't want to wait too long. I'm excited to find out what I'm going to have. So I haven't had any appointments since my last video in the last week. You know, right now you're usually only going every 4 weeks unless you're a high risk pregnancy, which I'm not. I don't have, and what some high risks are like high blood pressure, if you get diabetes, like pregnancy, there's a specific name for it, but it's pregnancy-induced diabetes, high blood sugar, that sort of thing. If you had like a history of having miscarriages or problems during pregnancy, you would be considered a high risk again. Just, you know, I'm not an expert at this, but I don't have any problems really during my pregnancy. I've been healthy. My blood pressure is actually kind of low normally, and it's been still pretty low even during my pregnancy. I haven't had a trouble with that at all. So if you're not high risk, you usually only go in every 4 weeks until I think week 32, and then you go in every 2 weeks, and then at week 36 you go in once a week until you deliver, something like that. But so I will be talking next week. I will wait until I start week 17 to talk about week 16, and I'll tell you how my appointment went and that sort of thing. So that's really it. If you have any questions, let me know below about week 15, how I was doing week 15 or anything like that, how I'm feeling, but not a lot has really changed. It doesn't really feel like I'm changing week to week. Baby, I do want to talk about baby real quick though. Let's see. So during week 15, your baby measures between 4 and 4.5 inches. So baby, I read somewhere in one of these books that baby doubled in its measurements in the last 2 weeks. So right now baby's really growing, and 4 to 4.5 inches is actually quite a bit. I can't imagine that baby's already that big. So right now baby's really growing a lot, so that's exciting. And they say that any day now, any week now, I should start to feel like little tiny flutters. I haven't felt anything yet. Obviously it's only the beginning of week 16, but you know, anytime now I'm hoping to feel that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my stomach at week 15, my week 15 mark. So I will be right back. Okay, this is my stomach at, well, I'm technically at 16 weeks. So right after week 15, this is what I look like. I definitely am noticing a difference, especially lower abdomen is where it really is kind of popping out there. So sorry, I have scrub pants on. I was working today, but I have a tank top on underneath, so I will show you that. You can definitely see a little bit more pronounced when I lift up my shirt. So yeah, definitely noticing a difference in my abdomen. You know, if I wear a tighter shirt, it's definitely looks like a pregnancy belly at this point. You know, that's really the only change I'm noticing. My breasts are getting a little bigger. They have been really since probably week 12. Honestly, when they first started getting sore is when I also started noticing a difference there. So that's changing as well. But other than that, not a whole lot of change. So this is my belly after 15 weeks.